Hey there. How's it going? Man, I just got back from a super long bike ride, so I'm a little tired, but it's all good. But yeah, we're gonna do some programming today. Before we get started, I wanted to try out, I found somebody made this cool, like, keyboard and mouse thing. Let me see if I can just, let's see. I drop this down and, like, as I hit buttons, see, it looks like, you can see my hand move. That's kind of cool. I'll have to rearrange my desk if I want to show the mouse too, but we'll try out with just the keyboard for now. But yeah, so let's get to programming. So I didn't really prepare too much for today, but this is kind of what we were thinking last time for our lobbies. So basically we kind of need a main menu for our game to remind those of you what the game looks like right now. Basically, you've just got this is the amazing start screen, and yeah. So basically, when two players join, then you can actually start playing. You can move around. You can shoot. If you switch weapons, then you can shoot. The slower bullets, and the other guy he can try to dodge, right? So that's the game right now. But as you can see, only the first two people that connect can actually play. So that's kind of annoying. So instead, let's try to make a main menu. And the things the main menu needs are so basically I'm expecting it to have roughly 2 buttons. Quick match, which will effectively just do what the join game button does now, and then we'll have like a private match system as well, if we get to that, where you type in like a room code or something, and that's how you end up joining the game. Lastly, it should really go back to the main menu after you finish, right? And we can also think about adding in like a nickname that you can have, as well as like maybe some chat or something. We'll see. You can kind of just run away with how many features you want. But let's start with a simple main menu. That's probably good enough. So to do that, we're going to basically need a new scene in our phaser game. So this is a phaser scene, right? So we're going to need a new one of these. And we kind of already got one. This came from the template. This is basically just a way where you can preload a bunch of your assets, which is pretty convenient if you want to have a loading screen and not have any loading later. So basically, we can probably just copy. Preload scene for the most part. So we're going to call this one a main menu scene, or just main menu, I suppose. And we'll just copy some of the stuff that's in here. So we're going to call this main menu scene. We'll define the key for it as main menu scene. We don't need a preload. And for create, we're going to have to do a lot of different things. Probably end up copying a lot from our current main scene. And what we'll do is the preload scene should instead go to the main menu scene instead of the main scene. And then I think I wasn't sure if there's somewhere else that you have to register scenes or not. Maybe that's it, though. I don't know. Let me just do a quick search for a preload scene. Okay, yeah, here in our game file, we need to import the main menu. And we also need to include that in the list of available scenes. And it's just as simple as that, basically. So now we'll probably want the text button, because that's going to be something we'll want for sure. I don't know how much else we really are going to need from up here. Probably not too much. Yeah, so then we can go ahead and start defining stuff. So, like, we're going to have, like we said, we're going to have a few different buttons. There will be the quick match button, and that's going to be a text button. And for now, maybe that's going to be just all we're going to have. Because again, we want to keep this pretty super simple. So let's go ahead and create that in the create. So we're gonna do yeah, we're gonna have to do quick match button equals new text button. Pass in the scene and where we want it. Maybe just in the middle-ish for now. We'll just put it at like 400, 400. And we'll say quick match. And then we need the callback. For now, we'll just log to the console, press quick match. So there we go. We've created the button. And we added to the scene. We might actually already be doing that in text button. Let me just check. Yeah, we're already adding it to the scene there, so no need to do that there. And that should be enough to get a button showing on our screen. So what do you know? There it is. And let's bring up the console. And when we click it, it says press quick match. Oh, other window. I've got two windows open up because you know, I gotta play with myself, right? Yeah, so press quick match. So pretty good. So next up, what do we want to do next? Let me hide the window. There we go. Okay, so this is our new scene, and it's easy enough to go to the next scene with a scene.start. Is how we can transition. But what we probably want to do is some of the logic around the join game button. So basically, the join game button currently sends to the server that I'm joining the game, and I'm probably not even using this anymore, am I? Let me, oh, I was, I don't think I need this. Yeah, we don't need that stuff. Alright. Anyway, so the join game button sends to the server join game. And, that's currently all it does. But, that's kind of what gets us started. So we probably are going to want to move, some of the socket logic up into the, probably into a global of some kind. Yeah, it's going to make the most sense. Because we don't want our socket to be tied to the scene we're on. Right, that wouldn't really make sense. So, yeah, let's see, what do we want to do? Because, we do need to handle the join game response. Probably, for now, the easiest thing that's going to be to do is probably just to launch main scene and automatically hit the join game button. That's probably all we're going to do for now. So let's, not screen. Isn't it scene? I guess this is a scene, isn't it? What were they doing in preload? They were doing this .scene. Yeah, self.scene.start. And we want to launch, probably is a good time to rename it. Let's call it a gameplay scene. And we're gonna have to change a bunch of stuff because we did that. Here we'll change it to gameplay scene. We're gonna start gameplay scene there, and now it is gameplay scene there, gameplay scene there, and let's rename it here. And I think that's probably good. Alright, let's just double check that, that's working. So now when we click the button, sure enough, we're at the scene. And we're gonna remove this join game button and instead, automatically do that when you enter the scene. So, that's easy enough, right? Over in the gameplay scene. Now, when we create the gameplay scene, we effectively want to go ahead and just do the same thing we were doing here with the join game button. So let's put that, we'll put this near the bottom. So that'll go ahead and automatically start the game. We don't really need this join game button anymore. And we'll go ahead and delete the new game button, comment it out there too. Alright, and then we still got the join game response. So that should be good. And I don't know that we need a new game button either. Do we? Oh, I was setting join game button to false. We don't need to do that anymore. And I don't think we have a new game button. Yeah, let's delete that too. I love deleting code. It's one of my favorite things about programming is deleting code. Alright, let's see here. I think we want to just check that it works now. So here we are, we hit quick match, and it successfully joined the game. And I'll do it on another screen, and sure enough, the game started. So that's good. But there's no way to get back, right? So we probably need a way to quit. So let's go ahead and end that. Maybe, basically where that, so I'm gonna undo deleting the join game button there. Because I do want this, but I'm just gonna rename it. And we're gonna call it the leave game button. I kinda want it in the same place, right? And we don't need to change the enabled there, that's fine. And we'll send to the server leave game. And then we'll also go ahead and so we'll just start up the main menu scene, right? I think there's also like a navigate to or something, I think. What is it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it is just start. Yeah, I think it is just start. Okay. So that should get us back to the main menu. And what we probably need to do is, yeah, we added this leave game. So let's go ahead and handle that in our server. So the server, my server in the, yeah, my server. currently we've got connection, ping, join game, send input. So let's go ahead and add, want to add leave game. And when we get the leave game message, basically we need to find the game room that this player's in. Find game room player's in and leave it. Currently there's only one game room, so we can do the same thing that is happening on disconnect up here. And just say leave room with my socket ID, and then in game room socket ID, basically if it is one of the two players, then it'll trigger the game over. So that should be good. Alright, well I think that's it for the server update. Now we should be able to see that in action. So I'm going to show you both of the screens. Oh, nope. Just kidding. Where is the other window? Is it this one? No, it's still... hold on. I've got two duplicated windows here. Okay, is it this one? Wait, why? I'm picking a different one in the drop down. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, well somehow that's not working, but whatever. So we joined the game there, joined the game on the other screen, now we're playing, and now when I'm gonna go over to the other screen you can't see and quit, and sure enough, you can see that we won over here. And we leave the game, we go back to the quick match, and we can quick match again, and we join a new game session. So that's all working great. Alright. Easy enough, right? Gotta stay hydrated. Alright, so we've got a main menu now, and you can join a quick match, but we still haven't solved the problem of only having one game available for our server. So really our server needs to be able to handle multiple games. So currently, we can go ahead and delete that. Actually, I might want to use utils later or something. We'll leave it up there. Yeah, I'm programming. Just trying to clean up the front end of my game a bit. You know, make it actually have like a main menu, that kind of thing. Let me know if you have any questions. Alright, so, oh, you were planning to learn programming, but you had too much other stuff to do. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get good at programming, you definitely need to dedicate a decent amount of time. Kind of like anything, I suppose. As a programmer myself, I of course recommend it. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. But again, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, so this is JavaScript, just so you know, and I'm building a client server-based game. I don't know if you've seen it before, but real quick, I'll just show you. So right now, you can join my game, and you control one of the ships. You shoot at them, and you can shoot different bullets, and they're trying to dodge them and shoot you back. So that's kind of what I've got so far. You've got health and energy and stuff. So it's pretty neat, I think. I think it's potential. There's potential for a game there that'll be fun. But for today, we're just we're doing like main menu lobby type stuff. But I do have a bunch of ideas in the backlog for cool stuff to do with it. It should be fun. But for now, we want to make it so more than one person can, or more than 2 people can play at a time. So to do that, we're going to have to change how our game room stuff works. So currently, there's just one game room, and we initialize it when we boot our server up, and then that's it, right? So instead, game room kind of needs to be an array. So for now, let's just make. Whoops, that's a lot of nonsense. We're going to make game rooms. And game rooms is going to be an array. And we'll comment this out for now. So basically, for now, we're probably just going to do something really simple. Let's see. So now, basically, each entry point into our server, we need to update it to use this array. So for example, disconnect. In disconnect, what we can do is we can loop through every all of the items in our game room. Let's actually go backwards. I'll explain why we're going to go backwards in a minute. But so we'll start at game rooms length -1, and go until we get 0. And so for each room, we'll tell that room that the player that disconnected left. And then if this room is basically if the game is over, we want to remove it from the list. So to do that, in JavaScript, we just want to use splice, and that'll remove that item. But we do need to have some kind of way to tell if the game's over. So if game over is called, we clear the timer and we send the final world update. But we're not actually we're not like setting any easy to get at state. So let's actually just add a game over boolean. Actually, I don't like that because it's the same name as the function. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add like a game state thing, maybe. We'll just make some constants to keep it simple. So like game state. For now, game over. We'll make this 2. And started is going to be 1. Something like that, I suppose. In the constructor, we'll go ahead and set it to game state started. And then let's go ahead and add a so in game over, we'll say game state is game over. And then we'll add a is game finished function, and that'll just return if game state is the game over state. Easy enough, right? And the last thing we probably want to do, actually that's enough for now. If we come up with another reason to use game state, we can tweak it some more. So now we'll just call that function here. So if we'll go through each room, tell that room a player left, and if the game's finished, we go ahead and remove it from the list. Simple enough. And we should go ahead and turn this into a function probably, because we're going to want to call it. We're going to want to call it from more than one place, because we also need to call it in leave game. So we're just going to copy all that good logic down here. Fill in the socket ID, and I don't really think there's anything left to do there. So then we'll delete all that now, and call our function passing in the socket ID. And let's go ahead and do that down in leave game. Alright, so that's 2 places that we've cleaned up. We could go ahead and add, I don't really need this console log stuff. I'll probably remove some of this stuff at some point, but for now we'll just leave it here. Alright, so now that handles that. We can go ahead and delete that actually. Okay, so ping we don't have to change, but join game we need to change, and set input we need to change. Both of those need to be updated. So basically, when you join game, this is the quick match effectively, right? At least it is for now. We need to find if there's an available room. So the idea is this array is basically going to be probably rooms that have started. Maybe, let's see, how do I want to do that? So we have an advantage here in that we don't really need to worry about scale. So we can kind of do this however we want. If we were developing, a huge game that thousands and millions of people were going to play at the same time, we would definitely have to worry about these decisions a lot more. But for now, we can just keep everything nice and easy and simple. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to make an extra room called like available room or something. And available room, we can go ahead and initialize it right away if we want. And what we're going to do is when someone does quick match, if available room maybe like if the available room is waiting for players, we'll add that function later, of course. In that case, have the player try to join. Have the player join that available room. Let's see. Okay. How much more do I need to put here? Let's see. Basically, let's see. So we call start game. Oh, that didn't go to it. Why didn't it go to it? I guess it doesn't know what it is. So we'll go to it ourselves. Hey, Shure, how's it going? Good to see you again. Let's go ahead and add our function that we want. Is waiting for players, and basically we'll just say if we'll go ahead and use our game state here. So when you create it, it should probably be waiting for players, right? Alright, easy enough. Okay, and then when we call start game, so join room puts the player in, and then it tries to call start game, and if we've got 2 players, the game starts. So if the game starts, then we will update our game state to started, and it will no longer be looking for players. So that's easy enough. So if you're waiting for players, do all this, and then after they've joined, if it's not waiting for players anymore, move this, we're gonna move it to the array we have. And we're gonna create a new available room. That should be simple enough. Let's put a comment here. If the available room is full and just started, go ahead and add it to the list of rooms. Okay, that's easy enough. So really, the available room should really always be waiting for players, technically. Because it starts out waiting for players, and then if it's no longer waiting for players, we create a new one right away. So we actually don't need this check here, probably. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay, so we need to have a self here. We need to have a self in a few places. Okay. And here too. That's the kind of thing where TypeScript would probably help me out. But like I said last time, I couldn't quite get TypeScript working on my node server. Crazy JavaScript stuff. Alright, so you should be able to join a game now. Let me delete this. We don't need that anymore. Okay, and the last thing is we need to send the input to the correct room. And for now, again, since we're not, since we have such a super, we don't have to worry about scale. We can just loop through all the game rooms. And basically, we're just gonna try. We're gonna try sending player input to that room with the socket ID. And basically, it'll just the game room will just ignore it. If it doesn't match one of the socket IDs, it'll just ignore it. So that's good. I probably don't need to debug spew every time we do that. Hold on. Is there anything? No, yeah, we return here, so that should be good. Alright, well, I think that's it. That should be enough for us to start multiple game sessions. I guess we'll try it out. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start a game here. Uh-oh, I broke it. Let's see, what did I do? Game state is not defined. Game room. Oh, I probably didn't put this somewhere, is my guess. Yep. Oh, that's not this. There we go. Did I mess it up anywhere else? Down here too. And down here. Okay, that should be it. Sorry about that, server. Alright, maybe it's working now. Let's give it a shot. Let's refresh the page. Might need to restart my, I think I need to restart my, yeah, let's restart my, I have to restart my Webpack server, because, basically Webpack was trying to proxy sockets over to my node server, and that was failing because my node server crashed. But we're back. Alright, that's not what I expected. Did I still have... Oh, hold on, I think I've messed it up. let's quit out there. Okay, so quick match. I wasn't expecting to get into a game right away. That's kind of weird because I don't have any extra windows open. I don't know who the other player is. That's somewhat concerning. Hold on, let's restart the Node backend as well. It's possible I have a bug though. Okay, there we go. So everything looks like it's working there. I'm gonna go ahead and open a second window here. You don't need to see all my favorites. Why do favorites even show up in incognito mode? That's kind of weird, right? Alright, so I'm getting a second window loaded up. So we're gonna quick match here, and we got another game running. And if I switch back, to the other window, you can see that it's still working there, right? Everything looks good there between my two games. So now I've got two games running at once. So pretty cool. I think there might be something weird about it. Oh well, that seemed to be okay. So yeah, the server should keep advancing time. It might get a little weird if the game stops receiving updates at the right times. But yeah, we've got multiple games running now, so that's cool. And we should be able to leave this game. And oh, I left. Yeah, I left on the wrong screen. I didn't mean to leave on that screen. Let's go ahead and get everybody quitted out. And I will try to start another one just to make sure. And then I'll go to the other window and start another game. And then this game will end. And this first game can keep going. So yeah, everything is looking good here so far. So now we've got multiple games that you can play at the same time. Pretty cool, huh? That's probably a good point to submit our updates. So let's go ahead and we'll update Git. Hey Takiyami, how's it going? Maybe I'll go ahead and deploy what I have to Heroku, and you guys can play if you want to try. So I went ahead and just pushed it to Git. And let's go ahead and get it up to the cloud. Alright, it's up in the cloud. Let me log into Heroku. And then I'll click off a deploy. And then you guys can play if you want. Oh, you're at work. That's a shame. Alright, well, I'm gonna kick off a deploy. Alright, that's going. Just in case anyone wants to try it out. Okay, so we've got quick match up. How much more do we want to add to that? Let's see. So right now, when you join, hold on. Oh, I think. Okay, we might have a bug. So let me refresh here. So I think what's going on. So if this game is up, if I leave and I start another one, oh no, it seems to work. It did work on my other screen though. I wonder what's going on there. Huh, something fishy's going on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see, it doesn't say like it's waiting to join the game. I actually think I know what's going on. It has to do with how we're doing the sockets. So I think what's going on is this scene when you when we create like the socket on it, I think it actually doesn't go away even when you navigate away from the scene. And then when we navigate back to it, I think it's got some stale data left over. And in fact, I think all these callbacks can still get called, which is a little weird. So what we probably need to do is have some kind of a cleanup function or something like that. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna make a function called cleanup. Yeah, I'm programming a game right now. If you haven't seen it, real quick. So let me refresh. Something's what's wrong now? I might have saved. Okay, no, it's good. I don't know why it just took kind of long there. So the idea behind this game is that you control a guy on the side, and you're trying to shoot bullets at the other guy, and he's trying to dodge them and shoot you back. So that's the game I'm making. Today I'm kind of doing like menus and stuff, so it's not super exciting, but it's still perhaps educational. So yeah, I think we need to make some kind of cleanup for when we're about to leave the scene. So let's actually make another function as well. Let's return to main menu, and that's going to call cleanup. And here we'll go ahead and call return to main menu. And we'll do that. Yeah, I'm programming in JavaScript. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's pretty useful. Pretty easy to get stuff up and running pretty quick, which is always nice. I wonder if we can just go ahead and disconnect the socket, perhaps. That might be all we need to do for now, because I don't know so what we want to find out is if create is called or not. I think that's pretty key to figuring out if we need how much cleanup logic we need. So create was called, and then our game starts, and then when you leave game, the socket should be closed, and then we quick match again. Okay, create does get called every time, so that's good. Good to just double check that. And I think because we cleaned up that socket stuff, I think everything's working good now. We can leave and join another game. Yeah, I think we were just getting some weird callbacks at the wrong times or something. We can probably add more stuff to clean up. Actually, we should probably clean this up as well. This interval. Because that timer is going to probably keep running, which is pretty weird. So ping, we'll call it ping the interval. And we should probably go ahead and clean up. We will go ahead and also we'll call clear interval. I think that's all we need to do there. Maybe we can just set it to null as well. We probably don't need to do that, but we do want to call clear interval for sure. Okay, and that's probably, we cleaned up a socket. We don't really need to worry about the text boxes and stuff, because we're just going to create new ones. I think actually basically game object type things do get cleaned up if they're added to your scene. So that should all be good. It's just the other stuff that's not game objects that is potentially not getting cleaned up. But I think we should be good with everything else. Alright. So that's good. What else should we add next? So we got quick match and support for multiple rooms. And we have a main menu. So we should probably add a how to play button. That's probably a good idea, right? You gotta have an instruction scene. So let's go ahead and add a new button. And we'll just make a new button. Let's call it how to play. And we'll put it below the quick match button. And we'll probably make a new scene, right? We're gonna call it instruction scene. Do I want to call it that? I don't know. We should call it the how to play scene. It should probably be the how to play button then. There we go. So let's go ahead and add a new scene. If you remember how to do that, we just find the game file. Where is that? Where did that go? Game, there it is. So we'll add a new scene. The how to play scene, and we need to add a new file, of course. For now, we're just going to copy, we'll just copy a main menu scene. There we go. And, we need to import it. Piece of cake. Alright, that's enough to have a scene. We should probably have something besides the button. So, we'll add a main menu button. And the main menu will just say, main menu. And that'll go back to the main menu scene. And then, rather than another button, maybe we'll have just some text or something with the instructions. I have tons of experience with this, so don't feel too bad. If I didn't know what I was doing, I wouldn't get paid the big bucks, right? But let's see. I mean, I program for a living, so I should know how to do this stuff. I don't actually program in JavaScript, though, most of the time. This is mainly for my fun project. Let's see. So yeah, we just want to add some text. And because I'm really lazy, I'm just going to go find another text box and copy it from there. Because that's how we roll here. Alright, so back on the how to play scene. We'll just copy in this text box. We probably don't even need to reference it. And then X and Y. Let's move the main menu button up some. And then the how to play text, maybe we'll start it around there-ish. And then we need to have a bunch of text. what should we say? WASD to move. I think we can, if we put it like a backslash, I think we can just continue our string as is. There might be some other funny way where you can put like an @ symbol or something. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. For now, we'll just use the backslashes and see what that looks like. It's WASD to move, click or spacebar to shoot, 1 to 4, right now it's just 1 to 2, select weapon. I think that's about it. I guess we could also say mouse to aim, only weapon 2 right now. Super helpful instructions, right? Let's see. And we added this to the main menu, so that button should be there, right? But I'm refreshing the page and I don't see it, so something must be up. Oh, I don't think I saved everything. Okay, now I saved everything. Alright, let's see what we got. So now we have a second button. How to play. How to play. There it is. Very beautiful, isn't it? No, it's not. Let's change the word wrap. Perhaps. That should make it look a little bit better. There we go. But it's we probably need some new lines as well. So I think for new lines, probably just \n is good enough, maybe. We'll try that out. All right, there we go. Maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. I'll just double the font size. Now it's not wrapped enough. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty bad actually. Maybe double's too big. There we go. And we can get back to the main menu. So WSD to move, click or spacebar to shoot, mouse to aim, 1 to 2 select weapons. Okay, seems good, right? That's all the instructions there are. So yeah. Alright, we got some instructions. It's pretty crappy, but what are you gonna do, right? We can always make something better. I mean, really, we could have some kind of tutorial or something, but I don't want to do that. Just jump in and play. It's supposed to be a simple game. Okay, maybe we can add in nicknames. Oops, you can't see what I'm looking at. Maybe we can add in nicknames next. That might be cool, right? That way you can have a cool name. Alternatively, I could do private matches maybe real quick. That's also probably pretty easy to do. For both of these though, we probably need a text box. That lets you enter text, right? So what I'm gonna do here, there's I've already done this in a different project, so I'm gonna just open up that other project in the background, because that way we don't have to waste a bunch of time trying to figure out what we're doing here. Let me just find it in my other project. I believe there were a couple things we need to change. one is on the game config. I think we want to enable DOM. So in our game, what we'll do is we'll add another config field called DOM. If you're not familiar with DOM, DOM stands for Document Object Manager, perhaps? I assume that's what it is. But I thought... Oh, it's Model. Document Object Model. It's basically, you can think of it as like an HTTP or HTML website, kind of a standard, basically. So then, the other thing we need to do, that might be pretty much all the config we need to do. But then we're gonna need a text box. So let me figure out where I did that in my other game. Let's see. I think I had it on the main menu somewhere. It's been a while since I've looked at this other game. Let's see. Player name, that looks like a good thing, probably. Okay, yeah, so let's see, I'm reading it out of a box. Wait, I just need to know what that object is called. Okay, here we go, this is what I need. I found the code that I need. Okay, back over in this game. So over on the main menu, we're gonna go ahead and create, this thing called namebox. I don't actually know what type it is at the moment. We could maybe figure that out. Let's go ahead and just create it, we'll just create it below our other stuff for now. And it's an input. If you're familiar with HTML, that might be familiar. An input is basically a text box where you can type stuff in. We'll go ahead and just fill it in with default for now. Max length is good, and we'll add a listener to it when you can type. And basically, my strategy with the other game was I added in the update function. So we'll go ahead and have an update function here. Whoops, wrong window. Let me get back to my other game. There we go. So we'll go ahead and add an update function, and what we'll do is in the update function we want to this is what I've got. So basically, if this timer is set and it's been over a second, then we basically we update your name with the server. So we don't really need to do this stuff yet. But for now, we will keep this code. This is just a number, so that's easy enough. Alright, we'll just change these to this, and we should be good to go. And check out if our text box works. Yeah, let's see if our text box shows up. Well, I don't see a text box, but looks like maybe we're getting some errors. Yeah, we're getting an error on main menu at line 40. Oh, you can't assign numbers to null. That's the problem. We'll just set it to 0 then. That's easy enough. Okay, we can reload now. And I I still don't see a text box, which is a little sad. Where are you, text box? I don't see any warnings about it or anything. What else might... Oh, we didn't save game. Okay, I saved game now. Hey, there we go. There's our text box. And as you can see, we can type in it up to the max length. So that's pretty good. So now we have a way to enter our name. Maybe we'll generate a default name for you. Let's say current name is string. Yeah. So let's we'll generate a default name. We could have the server do this, perhaps. But for now, yeah. So we're gonna want to have. Let me think about this. So we basically need to make the main menu. The main menu needs to actually take care of our socket. We kind of put that off a bit. So let's put this on hold for now, and let's go ahead and rework how the socket stuff works. One thing that's also in the code that I copied is a reference to a global socket manager. So we're basically going to want that that kind of abstraction. Will help us out a lot. Because we'd really hate to keep opening and closing sockets when we don't need to. It's a big waste of time. That's how you end up with the ridiculous Guilty Gear loading screen, where it opens over 100 connections to the server separately, which is quite terrible. And I still hold it against them for doing that. But so we don't want to be Guilty Gear. At least not in that respect. So what we'll do is probably go ahead and create a new class that's going to be our socket manager. Right now we've kind of got game objects and scenes. Perhaps we want a new thing, right? A new category. What should we call it, though? We've got game objects and we've got scenes. It's really just like other stuff. I mean, I could call it like socket, but I think we're only gonna have one thing in there, so that seems a little silly. I guess I could always just call it something stupid for now. Well, for now we're just gonna call it socket stuff, I guess. I don't know. I can't come up with anything. And we'll make a socket manager. Alright, and the socket manager is basically just going to be responsible for handling our sockets. So let me see here. What should we do? Probably just export a new class, right? We're just gonna copy something. We're gonna export socket manager, but it's not gonna be a scene, and it's not really gonna have a create function either. All right, so when you create the socket manager, we basically want to do the same things that we did in the game. We want to create the socket and connect to it. So let's do that. We do need to import. We need to import all the socket stuff. There we go. So now, I don't think we didn't actually even use that in. Did we? Did we use that somewhere? Maybe we did use that. Okay. Yeah, we need a socket. That's what it is. That's why we were using it. Alright, so now we'll create our socket here, and then it gets a little tricky with how we want to manage the server messages, right? Because really, really what needs to happen is we kind of want to listen to all of the messages, but we don't necessarily want to act on them here. I mean, we're going to forward, basically we're going to forward these things. We're going to forward them to the current scene we're on. And that's how it's going to work. But we can go ahead and create the ping interval, I suppose. Because we don't need the ping to actually be on the, we don't need the ping to be on the scene, so that should be fine. Ping start is, I wasn't even, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, let's actually, we do want some of the Pog stuff, perhaps. Yeah, let's just have a, calculate the latency in Pong. And we'll have a way for the scene to get the latency. That way we can display the latency still. But the scene won't be responsible for actually doing that stuff. So that's good. We'll clean this up in a bit. Okay, so really we've just got these are the incoming messages. And we'll probably have a way for the socket manager to know what scene we're on. So it's probably going to want like a current scene or something like that. And here's how we're going to do it. Basically, if you have current scene, then you want to call a function on current scene. Something like that. And we'll basically just do the exact same thing for these guys. And the idea here, I need to have my if statement. And the idea here is that when you navigate to a new scene, yeah, let's have, real quick, let's have a one last function. We'll have a function called get latency, and that'll just return the current latency. This. There we go. Okie doke. And the last thing we need is a way to set the current scene. Maybe we'll just explicitly have a set current scene function. Something like that. Okie doke. So this way. Now in the main menu, we can check if there's a socket manager or not. So if there's not a socket manager, globals doesn't exist. Maybe self.game exists though, right? I wonder if they changed this in one of the later versions of Phaser. Oh, I suppose I could really just can't I just add stuff to it? I should be able to just add whatever I want, right? It is JavaScript. It won't let me do that. Let me check. Let me check the documentation. Let's see. Phaser 3 global variables. How do we do that? So, I'm just looking at some random website. Okay, it looks like you can actually just add, you can add custom properties to your game config. That seems to be the recommended way to do it. So I could just add a property here that's like socket manager. And for now we'll set it to null. And now what we can do is over in the game, we say game.config.socketManager. What's wrong here? Socket Manager does not exist on type config, but it will exist, I promise it. I promise it will. That says you shouldn't do that. Maybe we shouldn't listen to that random website. Let me see. We're using what version of Phaser are we using here? We're using 3.53. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a Stack Overflow about global variables when using TypeScript. Let's see what people recommend. If you're using the global library... Okay, so you can kind of just trick TypeScript, it looks like. Maybe we'll do that then. Let's remove that from our config. And instead, what it says you can do is you can say declare var phaser any, and that'll fix everything up. But that does kill our it kills our autocomplete, which is kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Because we had autocomplete before. Oh, but there's no globals here. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe there's another suggestion online. Let's see. Let me check some more websites. I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. Let's see, storing state, phaser. I'm not sure. Well, for now we'll just do this, I guess. It's a little annoying, but we can always fix it up later. So if we don't have a socket manager, we want to create a new socket manager. And so that will go ahead and create this, connect to our socket, hook up all these callbacks, and that's it. And what we can do, I know what we should do. So in addition to verifying that current scene exists, we should also verify that the function we want to call exists. That way we don't try to call a function if the function's not implemented. Alright, there we go. So now we should be able to say like we should be able to set the soccer manager dot set current scene to this, and there we go. Now the main menu is hooked up to the socket manager, so that's easy enough. And then what we should do in our gameplay scene is when we don't need that anymore. So we'll do the same thing here. It looks like we'll need to still do this hack we have, which is I probably don't want to do it in the class. That's probably bad, right? I'll do it up here. All right. So that should be good. We'll set the current scene to this, and then we need to implement these functions. And so for now we'll just keep a list of things that need to be implemented. So these are the functions we should implement. So let's do that. We'll put it around here maybe. So let's grab these three. So we'll make these functions. Alright, and then basically we just want to do the same things we were doing in the socket callbacks. So join game response, we do this. We need to implement, we need to have it have success as a parameter as well. So join game response has success as a parameter, and we can go ahead and change this to this. And then what else we got? We've got start game, which has a message. And so that's how the game actually starts. And then finally we have world update, which has a world state that gets passed in. Alright, that's easy enough. And the last things we have is the latency. For the latency, what we're going to do is just in update, we're going to grab this and basically just in update somewhere. At the same time we update the FPS text, we'll update the latency text, and we just need to call, no, not that. This.game.globals.socket manager dot get latency. Alright, that's what I called it, right? Get latency, yep. So that should be good. And now we don't need that, and we don't need the ping interval anymore. And we can actually go ahead and just delete the ping interval and ping start stuff. We'll delete that out. And ping start. Then we already deleted everything else there. Alright, so that should hook up our thing. The last thing we might want to do is then clean up. We don't want to disconnect the socket anymore. Oh, and we've got a lot more work to do. Because we also need to send messages. But that shouldn't be too bad. What we'll do, I do want to, as part of cleanup, what we want to do is, we'll go ahead and say, this.game.globals.socketmanager, set the current scene. We'll set it to null, because, we don't want this scene to handle any more messages when we're leaving it. And then, now we just need to have an emit function on Socket Manager. So let's do that. So emit, emit string and params, really, right? I think let's check what our emits we have. It looks like, I think we just always have one param or 0, right? And this is easy enough. We'll just do this.socket dot emit, the emit string and the param. That's super easy. And so then basically every place we're doing self.socket.emit, we want to change that. Also every place we do this.socket.emit, I guess. Is this the only place we do self? Looks like it is. So basically this needs to be game.globals.socketmanager .emit, and there we go. And then also everywhere we do this.socket, which is in quite a few places. And by quite a few I mean 2. Did I make the CPU OP? There is no CPU. Were you trying to play against someone, or were you just asking that in general? I don't have any AI yet. I don't have any AI yet. So that's on the to-do list. I don't know what I want to do for AI. I thought a very simple AI. I could just record some button presses of myself. Oh, you're still at work, yeah. I mean, the website the website will load on your phone, but you won't be able to play because I currently am checking keyboard and mouse input. If I add some touch input, then you would be able to play with a phone. But there's a couple, like I'll have to add an on-screen like an on-screen D-pad or something. Yeah, I haven't thought about that too much yet. Definitely on the list of things to do though. Alright, so I think I've cleaned up the rest of the Socket Manager stuff in the scene. So, I think that's it. And I think I already deleted Socket. I didn't delete it there. Okay, that should be, the only references to Socket should now be the Socket Manager. Okay, I I think we're pretty good to go now. Let's just double check that the game works. The whole point of doing this is so we can talk to the server before we start a game. So let's see what we got. Looks like we got a black screen. That's never good. Do we have some errors? It looks like we have some errors. Cannot read property socket manager of undefined. I thought we might get that. So it looks like game.globals doesn't exist. So since we're already kind of hacking it up, let's just ignore globals, and it'll be game.socket manager. And we'll go ahead and fix that up in the gameplay scene as well. So I'm just gonna find replace game.globals with just game dot. Oops, that gave me an extra dot. Well, we can fix that. Now we'll find replace game dot dot with game dot. There we go. Okay, that should fix things up. I think I've still got a black screen though, unfortunately. What's going on here? This game undefined? That would be kind of weird. Oh, let me make sure, yeah, I wonder if game is undefined somehow. Oh. What is it complaining about? Line 23, that main menu. Yeah, I guess game, perhaps at the time of creating the scene, game doesn't exist. That would be kind of odd, wouldn't it? Let me go ahead and debug it. So I'll just insert that debugger line there. And now when I refresh, we should break into the debugger, and I can see self does indeed have a game field. And like it doesn't have globals, but that's what we expected, right? But we should be able to, so if not self.socket manager, that's undefined. So that should be fine though. And self.game.socket manager equals new socket manager. That should work, right? What happened? We're at the bottom of preload scene. That seems like it should have worked. Oh, did it? Did it work now that I'm looking at it? I guess it works now. Okay, cool. I had to look at it real hard. And then it started working. Alright, well. Cool. Oh, okay, it seems like it works now. Okay, let's make sure we can play. That's what we want to do. So, let's load up, make sure, do a quick match. Uh-oh! Something bad happened. This.game.socketmanager.emit is not a function. So, it's complaining about, gameplay scene, line 177. Oh, but in my menu. So it doesn't like this. Which I'm a little confused because I thought we would have set socket manager here. Now hold on, I need to manage my Twitch spam. Let's see, how do I get rid of this guy? There we go. Does it not remove his... I think it's supposed to automatically remove his text too. Alright. I think that'll get rid of it. There we go. Stupid spammers. What a waste of time, right? Okay, let's see. Before that distraction, we were trying to figure out why our socket manager, why our socket manager, when we're accessing it from the game scene, why it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I haven't saved all my files, it looks like. So that's probably a good reason as to why it doesn't work. Let's make sure we save everything. That should fix her up. Okay, nice. So now we're playing. Oh, firing doesn't seem to be working though. What's going on here? Why doesn't firing work? That's kind of odd, isn't it? The spacebar works though. But the mouse doesn't work? Why is it oh, maybe because my console's open? No, that shouldn't matter. Spacebar works though. Something going on with the mouse. That's pretty weird. Let's try refreshing. Maybe that'll fix it up. Huh. That's pretty odd. The mouse update logic doesn't seem to be working. That's rather odd, isn't it? No, I'm not showing you. Yeah, look at this. So the mouse, it updates when I click, but not, not when I, yeah, that's really weird. I wonder how I broke that. How in the world did I break that? I mean, the mouse stuff is handled through this .input. Which should be fine. I think it was just, update the mouse. I don't see how changing the socket stuff should have messed that up at all. It seems kind of odd. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it seems like input works because I can move around, right? So I wouldn't expect any of the socket manager stuff to really be the problem. Unless it just doesn't like that I added a field to game, which seems kind of odd. I don't know why that would be a problem. Huh. That is pretty weird, isn't it? Let's, just to make sure nothing crazy's going on, I'm gonna restart the, Webpack server. That is pretty odd. I haven't had a problem like that before. Alright, so we'll refresh. I'm not gonna bother showing it at the moment, but, yeah, it's still not working. That's pretty weird. Why is my mouse... My mouse isn't working. Huh. I didn't see anything that would have broke that. Unless, we can double check our changes. I mean, we added a scene. We changed that. That's just TypeScript, though. It's going. I seem to have broken mouse input somehow, which is rather odd because, I didn't think I changed anything that had anything to do with the mouse. The rest of the game seems to work, though. In fact, even spacebar still works. So I'm basically just double checking what I changed. To see if maybe I deleted something I didn't mean to. It doesn't look like it though. That's really odd. It's really odd. I don't know why. Don't know why that would matter. Like, I added the socket manager thing, but unless somehow the DOM element is messing me up. I thought I tested the game. I thought I tested the game after I added the DOM element to the main scene. But that is a possibility, perhaps. So let's try, just to make sure we're not really crazy, let's just remove this for now. And I'll check that. No, it's still not working, but let me remove this as well. Oh, that seems to be it. So yeah, my mouse works again. It's interesting that so the DOM container, yeah, I have an idea. So like HTML is a little funny, right? When you enable DOM, potentially the mouse input probably gets rerouted. Is my guess. So I might need to change. How I let me search online just to see if anybody's mentioned anything about this. So yeah, I mean, basically that's that's real programming for you. I mean, I even do that, you know, when I'm doing my real job. I wonder if I need to perhaps do stuff through the let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. I might have to look into this more. I don't want to just spend a ton of time on the stream. Oh, here we go. DOM container blocks pointer events. That's what I want. Yeah, someone else had the same problem. Add in your CSS. Oh, here we go. Maybe I could just change my, do I have CSS? Do I have CSS for my site? I haven't changed it from the template, but I think there is a CSS file somewhere. Maybe? Where would it be? Oh, maybe I don't have a CSS file. Oh, that person says that doesn't help anyways. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so, it looks like there's a, okay, here we go. So I found some code that maybe fixes it. What we can do is, let's see, they have, where do I actually create my phaser game? New phaser game. Okay, in the callback, or the, here we go, in the scene creation, so we want DOM, but we also want, callbacks, and, callbacks needs to say, post boot, and, DOM style pointer events none. There we go. So I believe this will fix my problem. Oh, but now my message box, or my, oh wait, I commented out the text box, didn't I? Alright, let's get that text box back in there. Okay, so but the text box isn't clickable now, but the game should work. Which of course is a different problem, but there is a solution. So basically for the text box, we need to set pointer events auto to any element we want clickable. So it's part of the style. So style pointer events perhaps equals auto, and I believe that might fix it. Let's give it a shot. Can I click it now? Hey, I can click it. And does the rest of my game work? It does. All right, success. So it just goes to show. With a little bit of Googling, you can find what you need. And this is the great thing about working with a game engine that is pretty popular, because there's plenty of people trying to use it, right? So generally, unless you're doing something really crazy, someone's probably run into your issue before. Alright, so basically anytime we want to use an HTML element, we just need to do this. Alright, so we got quite distracted because the game was not working and I was going crazy. But yeah, unless you work in some obscure stuff, you can Google almost everything. That's pretty true, really. It's pretty rare that I've had a programming problem that can't be found on like Stack Overflow or something, right? I mean, when I actually need to like create something that's new, obviously like that won't exist. But for any kind of weird, syntax problems or stuff like that, or if you're using engines for things like those kind of problems, you can definitely find on Stack Overflow. And there's really nice people, I guess. If you simplify your code, you could even post examples, and people will help you figure out what's wrong, which is pretty cool, right? For free, right? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so now that the game works and we've hooked the socket manager through, what we can do is we can actually ask the server for a name for our player. So what we'll do for now is let's leave the box empty to start, perhaps. And we'll have we'll go ahead and ask the server. Actually, when we connect to the server, yeah, let's do it that way. So actually, let's get the Let's get the current name from the socket manager. Call it get player name. And so in socket manager, get player name, we'll just return this dot player name. Nope. Just player name, which we haven't created yet. But that's going to be a string. And for now, it will just be nothing to start. But then when we connect to the server, let's see. I guess we don't have... Let's see, what happens when we connect to the server? We connect to the server. I don't think we actually send a message right away. So let's go ahead and respond with perhaps with your player name. So maybe we'll go ahead and socket.emit name update, and we'll generate a name for you that we know is not in use. So we'll probably want a list of players, right? And for now, we might just want that to be... Yeah, this is VS Code. I've cut off the top a bit to try to make the text bigger, but it is VS Code. I really like this. This feels like one of the best just editors, right? If you don't need like an IDE features or anything, like if your program builds with Visual Studio, obviously you need Visual Studio, but code is great, especially for these JavaScript type things. And people build all kinds of cool extensions, like one of the how the text gets highlighted as I type. That's one of the extensions that I'm using. So that's pretty cool. I think that one's called like Snake or something. Okay, so we don't need that. Okay, so we're in the server. We're creating players. Have most plugins. Yeah, it has tons of plugins. Super useful. Alright, so we want to, when the player connects, so on a connection, let's go ahead and add the new player to the list of players. Let's go ahead and create a player object, perhaps. Let me copy some... What kind of syntax do I need? Here we go. Alright, that should be good. For constructor... Perhaps we'll pass in a socket ID and a name. Sounds good. And we'll just save those off for now. Pretty simple. So new player is a new player. We'll pass in the socket ID, and we need to generate a name for them. And what we might do is we'll just call a function called generate player name, and we're just gonna go nice and simple here. We'll use random, method random. That makes a number between 0 and 1. So we'll multiply by 1,000, which and then we'll round it. I'm not trying super hard here. Maybe we'll do like 100,000. Let's just double check that no players have this. So the new name we're gonna have is just gonna be player player plus that number. And then the last thing we need to do is just check that name's not in use already. So let's just loop through our players. And what we'll do is if player dot get name, do I want to have function here or not? It feels kind of silly to have a function for a thing that only has two fields. We'll just return player dot name. So if player dot name is equal to name, I don't remember if JavaScript string compare if that's what I want to do or not. Let me just double check, because sometimes it doesn't quite. Let's see, what's the best way to do JavaScript string compare? Let's see, shouldn't there just be a function I can call? I guess equals equals should work. Alright, yeah, I think that'll do what we want. If not, we'll have to figure something out later. If we even realize it's broken. So if the name matches, then that's bad. Let's go ahead and basically, okay, so we're gonna do we're gonna do a do while loop. We're gonna do while, let's see, name set, or actually let's just say name to use. Name to use will start off as null, and while it's null, we'll just loop, and then we return name to use. So if we found a player that matches, we're actually just going to call continue. Actually, no, that's not what we want. We do want to call break. Okay, so we'll conflict equals false. There's probably a better way to do this. So if there was no conflict, then name to use equals name, and we're good to go. Alright, that should be good enough. Got a little sloppy, but I don't want to put too much effort into it. I just want to make sure you can't pick the same name as someone else, right? Because that would be kind of weird. Though, do I even care? Do I even care if you have the same name? Probably not. Probably not. Anyways, okay, so we made a new player. Let's go ahead and push that onto the players array. And then we'll go ahead and tell the player what their name is. Okay, doke. So then in the socket manager, we have a new message we expect, which is name update. And pass in the name. Oh, probably shouldn't use that, I guess. That's too generic, perhaps. We'll say new name. And self dot player name equals new name. There we go. Nice and simple. That should be all we need for that. So now, back in the main menu scene, We'll go ahead and do this, but we probably won't have gotten the response back from the server yet. So that's probably not gonna work, actually. What we can do... probably just leave it blank to start. And then, okay, yeah, what we can do is we can have the server... if current scene set... and there's a, we'll call it name update. And we'll just call a name update function on the current scene. We're not going to bother sending in the name. I guess we could. Alright, and we'll add this to main menu. We'll put it below update. And we could actually just put it in update. And just have it pull the name or something, but whatever. And then we'll go ahead and just set the box. There we go. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. That should be what we want. Okay, and we probably don't need this up here at all. I'll delete that. Alright, so now we wrote a ton of code here, but I kind of expected to see something pop in there. Oh, maybe something's wrong with the server. Yeah, my server crashed because it didn't like something. It didn't like generate player name. It wanted to see self.generate player name probably. Oh, we've got another problem too. Players needs to be an array. There we go. Do I still code a lot in my game dev job? So I don't actually work on games per se, but I work on game-related things. I'll keep it kind of vague, but I do code. Let's see. Recently I've been doing lots of debugging actually, and not much coding myself. But I'd code a decent amount, I would say. But yeah. I don't know how much more I want to really go into it, but we'll leave it nice and vague like that. But yeah, I write code. That's what I do. I fix bugs. I fix other people's bugs. What's wrong now? I think I just need to refresh. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, every time I refresh, we get a new player name pops in. So that's cool. But now we want to update our name. We don't want to just be known as player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Debug other people's stuff sounds like most programming jobs out there. You are 100% correct. I mean, if you work in any kind of reasonably big business that is doing software, you're going to work with other people's code a lot, right? Because you don't want to ever really reinvent the wheel. So instead, you'll spend lots of time reusing other people's things, adding on, extending, that kind of stuff. I am 100% with you on that. Yeah, man, sometimes you look at code that's like, older than, when you got the job. And you're like, what? What is this stuff? Like, why did they do that this way? And, they wrote it the one time, and it worked. And, it's been there ever since. Even though it might work in the one particular case from back then. that doesn't mean it's going to work forever. I mean, games are especially bad about this, right? Because, especially if you're talking about a game developed for a console, because they only run it against, the one piece of hardware, and, if it works there, go ahead and ship it, right? And then as soon as you try to run it on, like, PC, right, you might run into all kinds of crazy problems where, the timing is just wrong. Like they kick off like a file read or something, right? And they expect, I kick off a thread too, and the thread expects, the file read's not finished. But then, what do you know? It might already be finished if you have an SSD, right? So yeah, that kind of stuff is a big problem for compatibility, which I tend to work with a lot of compatibility type things, so I get a lot of experience with those type bugs. But it's all good. Making things work is fun. Alright, I wanted to make it so you could change your name and update the server. So you can already type in the text box, right? And that sets off this change timer. So now we need to do this stuff. I can go ahead and set this. Okay, I think, I made it like get player name or something. This is the code I copied from, my other game I was working on. Alright, and there, we'll delete that, and call self, and, we're not using local storage at the moment, but, I might add that in later. Okay, yeah, so let's, what I might go ahead and do is just call emit. Actually, no, yeah, let's call update player name. And we need to write that function. And basically we just need to tell the server, hey, we've got a new name. So we'll emit name update. Let's call it, I don't want to call it name update because that's what this one's called. Let's call it like change player name, and we'll pass up the name to the server. And basically the server, I'll just have the server validate the name, and if it's bad, we'll call name update again from the server, which will overwrite what you typed, but that's fine. Okay, maybe we'll call it update player name, just to match the other stuff we've got. And we'll go ahead and add it up here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff we need to do in the server up here too, actually. But anyways, so on update player name, new name. Yeah, I don't want to forget, when the player, I need to remove players from the list when they disconnect. So when you disconnect, let's find that player. And we need to remove him. So if I like doing this just because it makes it's easier to refer to the stuff. So if the player.socket ID is the socket.id, that means we found the player we need to delete, and we want to just go ahead and remove him from the list. That'll get rid of him, and then we break out of the loop because we don't need to look anymore. Okay, that's good. I don't think I need to do anything else with player. Yeah, so that should be good. Really, we're just doing this to have a list of all the players connected. Okay, so when we update the name, let's see. I probably should have a, let's see, is valid name. Let's have this function, and we're gonna do this, actually. Yeah, we're gonna turn this into a function. This will let us, let's see, we'll say true here, and here we'll return false. Okay, so, there we go. So yeah, look through the array, and see if we see the right guy. Okay, yeah, because if the name already exists, we're going to say it's not valid. We should probably do some other checks to make sure you can't have really terrible names, but we'll save that for later. You guys aren't going to name yourself bad things, right? I trust you, I think. So we'll just do this. So if it's a valid name, we'll go ahead and use it. Alright, and then up here, if self is valid name, we need to update the player. So let's find the player. Let's go ahead and turn this into a function too. Get player by socket ID. I want to just copy this stuff. Though, well, I won't, I probably won't change that, but, I return null, and up here we return the player. The goal here is to just have a nice easy function to get the player objects that we want, because we need to update the name. So if the name is valid, then get the player from their socket, and then we're just going to change his name. Otherwise, oops, not there. Otherwise, we need to send another update to that socket saying that their name was bad, and they need to, here we go, we'll put this here. And instead of changing their name, we're just going to tell them that their name is the same thing. How long have I worked on this game? I think this is like the sixth stream that I've been working on it. So most of my game streams have been like 2 to 3 hours, so 6 times 3 is 18-ish hours, maybe. So probably a little under that, but I guess that's how much time I've spent on the current game. So not a ton of time, right? If I was to do a game jam or something, I could probably work all day, and no, I wouldn't be as effective after trying to program all day. Yeah, this game I've pretty much only worked on stream. I think I did fix some random bug off stream because there was something I needed to look at. I might have done a tiny amount of work off stream, but it wasn't much. But yeah, I don't know, my goal here is just to give people an idea of like the amount of work you actually need to do to work on a game. It's not a ton, right, to get started at least. If you want to actually finish something though, that's another story. Actually finishing a project is quite the endeavor. Alright, so, I think you can change your name now. Let me save everything. Let's see if I can change my name. I don't know, something's not working. Let me add some debug spew to make sure things are working actually. So let's go here, we'll go ahead and player change name. And here we'll say player denied name. Yeah, I think finishing a project is the hardest part, especially your first one. Yeah, that's definitely true. The trick is to pick something small scoped. Not like me where I'm like, I need to make online multiplayer. But I'm just doing what's fun. If I get to ship a game at the end, then that's a bonus. Let's see. Yeah, I was adding some debug spew just to make sure things are looking good here. So that'll tell us if our name change stuff is working up there. On the client side, here let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and spew that out as well. Just because but the name isn't even being populated when I expect it to be. I wonder if something is wrong with my generate player name function. Is valid name. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put a console log here. Just to make sure. Okay, and as expected, something's wrong. I'd show you the PowerShell, but yeah, yeah. Do you see this? This is wrong. I changed the meaning of this this variable when I changed the name. So I was making sure that you didn't have a valid name. All right, now we're good. So we've got a name, and I should be able to change it to like something like that. And the server indeed sees that I've updated my name to Arietta. So that's cool. And then let's see. On my other window I'm gonna name myself Test. And then over here I'm gonna try to name myself Test. And I expect it will default me back to as you can see, it defaulted me back to Arietta. So that's good. Okay. So now we can set our name. Maybe let's go ahead and move that text box around and put like a label in front of it so you can so you know what it's for, right? So that's gonna be in our main menu. Where is it right now? So right now it's below everything. Let's put it above everything. Let's put it up at like 300 or so. And oops. And let's shift it over to the right a little bit. Maybe like 50 over to the right. And let's put a let's make a text. We'll make a text called name label. We probably don't even need to reference the name. And let's just we'll just copy a text box from somewhere else. Instead of all this garbage, we will say name colon. And we don't need word wrap. And let's put it at 400, 300. Let's see what that looks like. Not quite where I want it. I'm just gonna shift the input box over a little bit till it looks good. So that should be good. Now the name's there. Okay, so we got our name. We've got some buttons. The next thing I want to do, let's actually use the name. So, when you join the game, I want the name to show up, maybe on each side or something, or I don't know if I have enough room at the bottom, cause yeah, I think, oh, I made the mouse, yeah, that doesn't help. The size of the game isn't super big. I think it's limited to 720p. So, probably what I'll do, let's shift the leave game button up a little bit, and then we can stick the names on this row, perhaps. That should be good. So over in the game scene, we want to move the leave game button. Let's shift that up a little bit, maybe up 20 or so. Let's see if that looks like it has enough room. That's a little too high. The button's off screen a little bit. Maybe just 95. Alright, that'll do, I guess. I can always change it later. Maybe I'll put the button over here. Well, or you can't see it. Over on the right, perhaps. Maybe I'll do that. Let's move it. Rather than being up here with the rest of these things, let's do like play buffer X plus 50 or so. And play buffer Y plus like 300 or so. I don't know, I'm just kind of picking some random numbers to see what it looks like. Oh, that's not where I want it. Plus the play area as well. The play area width. Let's make sure we add that in. Okay, that looks like a pretty good place for it, right? Oh, you can't see on your screen, but it does fit on my screen. Let me move it a little bit more left. Okay, that looks good. We'll have the leave game button down there. Okay, that frees up our space up top. It looks like when we go back to the main menu, we're not filling in the name, and I know why that is. Because we're not getting a name update from the server, and yeah, here we should just say this.game.socketmanager.getPlayerName. There we go. That'll fix that bug. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and we moved our leave game button, and let's see, we wanted to add in the player names, right? So first thing we need to do actually is on the server. In the server, when we send the server needs to know what the player names are for the people that's in the game. So when you join a game room, rather than just the socket ID, let's actually send the player object. So this dot get player by socket ID. So we'll pass in that player object instead when you join the game room. Game room. So now when you join a room, it's a player, and we can change these to player.socketID. Actually, I wonder if I just want to save off the I might just want to save off the player object rather than yeah, probably that's what we'll do. So we're going to have like player 1 and player 2 effectively. So let's have player 1 and player 2 be null. And if player 1 is null, or no, if player 1 and player 2 are already set, you can't join the room, of course. And then if player 1 is set, then player 2 equals the player. Otherwise, player 1 equals the player. And then we just need to change everywhere we're calling like player1.socketID. Let's go ahead and just update this to player1.socketID. And the same thing for P2 socket ID. Change that to player2.socketID. Alright, that'll fix that up. And now we can pretty easily reference the name in here. So when we send the world state update, we can include the name, I think. What does the world state have in it? Oh, currently that's just simulation stuff. That's in the shared scripts, right? Actually, I don't know that I need the simulation to really know about your names. Probably not, right? I don't know, we could add it in here. That probably does make the most sense, actually. So sim character could have a name in it as well. Let's see, where do we create the sim character? We create that when we initialize. So we could go ahead and pass in the two names, perhaps. So game room calls simulation initialize, right? It does. So we could just pass in a couple extra parameters here. That's easy enough. Player1.name and player2.name. That's pretty simple, right? Let's do that. What's it complaining about up here? Oh, I didn't want to change. That's the only place I didn't want to find replace. There we go. Oh, and this can be deleted. Okay. So over in simulation, we added parameters. Player1 name and player2 name. And we'll go ahead and pass this into the sim character as well, I think. We'll just add it right after the ID. That seems like easy enough place. And we'll save it off down here. Okay, so now the name is included in the sim character object. And because of how I've engineered everything, I believe that should be included in the world state update. Yeah, because we're just passing in the P1 and P2 objects. So that'll have everything in there, including the string. So now we know sim character has a string in it. That's the name. I guess just for completion's sake, I can have name up here. Okay, so now the main menu, or no, the game scene. Now the game scene can get the names. So, it's going to be in the world state. Basically, we just probably want to do player 1 name on the left and player 2 on the right. For now, let's just go ahead and we'll just create some text up top as a sample name. I'm not going to bother. Player 1 name text. We'll go ahead and add it in as because we do want to actually use this. We're going to need a player 2 name text as well. Okay, so player 1 name text. We probably want it to be we want it to be in line with I can't look at the game right now because I don't think it builds at the moment. Oh, hi, Xenophi, how's it going? I'm programming in JavaScript right now. Making a game. I can't quite show it to you at the very moment because I'm in the middle of adding displays of the name. But I'll be able to show it to you in a minute or so. Am I a diamond Pysex? I don't think so. I'm just a programmer actually. But are you a geologist? Probably not, right? What is a Pysex? I tried searching for that and I only got Minecraft stuff. And it's people misspelling pickaxe. Well, I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that in our chat. So I think I'm gonna ban you. Nice knowing you, I guess. Let me go ahead and remove that. I don't know what's wrong with some people. Pretty weird, right? Like, why bother? Why bother coming in and doing that? Seems like a waste of time. But I guess, some people are just like that. I think mainly because I'm in the, yeah, I think mainly because I'm in the just chatting right now, on Twitch. And just chatting probably has a lot of just people that pick completely random streams and say all kinds of crazy stuff. So, whatever. So I think I want this lined up with the weapon selection text. Yeah, unfortunately there's not really a programming there's not a programming tag or anything. So I don't know what's wrong with Twitch. Why wouldn't you have a programming tag? Like, come on. I mean, I know programming's not super exciting to watch, but like, it doesn't hurt them to add a tag for it. Not like they're gonna run out. Run out of tags. Come on, Twitch. Alright, and then we want to, we'll move this like 300 that way or so. And then player 2 text, we'll go like 200 the other way, and maybe that'll roughly line up to where I want. Okay. I think we got something on screen now. Alright, hold on, I broke my server. So, it looks like in game room, over in game room, it doesn't like this. And I think the reason for that... Okay, yeah, I know why that is. Yes, it is currently called Pew Pew Game. It's because you shoot bullets, pew pew. I don't have any... I'm terrible at coming up with names, honestly. So until we get a theme, it's going to be Pew Pew Game. But I do want to add a theme to it at some point. I was thinking Magical Girls would be really cool. One of a coding streamer you watch uses Science and Technology section. Oh, is that a tag on Tree on Twitch? I'll have to check that. Maybe I can just move it right now, actually. Yeah, Science and Technology. That sounds good. Okay, I updated my stream. But there's also a Technology IT. Yeah, I mean, I think anything's probably better than just chatting. Yeah, let's, we'll just stick with Science and Technology for now. Thanks! That should, hopefully, have less just random schmucks coming in and doing stupid stuff. Alright, okay, so the reason here is that, player 2 is not necessarily set yet. So, oh, it should be set in this section, but, oh, I suppose it might not be, depending let's go ahead and, if this not player 1, yeah, we basically need to check that this object is set, because we made it an object and not just a number. Oh, neat. I'll have to check that out later. See what else people are programming, because I am interested in seeing what people are up to, right? So then I think in if player 1 and player 2 both exist. There we go. Okay, well, thanks for dropping by, Sazamatsu Tomo. Yeah, Sazamatsu Tomo. I'll see you later. I think I'm going to be playing, I think I've got an X-Wing game scheduled for tomorrow night, probably around 7 p.m. or 7:30. So I'll probably be streaming X-Wing tomorrow. Should be fun. Saza's fine. Sounds good. Well, I'll see you later. Feel free to check out the game on my website later. I'm in Pacific time, so basically tomorrow, about an hour and a half from now, is when I'll probably be playing X-Wing. Alright, I was going ahead and cleaning up. I needed to make sure this player object exists. So, that should be good up there. Here, I don't really expect to get player input, until they're set, but we can go ahead and just double check that our players exist before we look for the socket. Oh, it's 9:05 there. That's really early. Have you been awake all night? That's crazy. Yeah, wow. Make sure to get some sleep. Alrighty. Yeah, I haven't pulled an all-nighter in a long time. It's just not worth it. I suppose if something terrible was happening at work, maybe I would consider it. but like, I'm not really on call or anything. I've never really been on call. One time I did get called when I was on like Christmas vacation, because I had to, the feature I worked on, client side, had some, the server for it was having problems, and they wanted to know what would happen if they did a certain thing with the database. And I told them, whatever you do, don't do that. So it was a good thing I was there. What they wanted to do would have effectively like deleted everyone's data. So that's kind of like number one super bad thing. Don't do that. I've got it on the YouTube link, but I guess I need to figure out. I assume there's a way on Twitch to post comments that stick at the top or something. But this is where I've got the game hosted currently. I haven't updated it in a bit, so it's not going to look quite like what's on stream right now. But you should be able to play it. But you do need someone to play against, though. And I do post on Twitter every now and then, but I don't think I've got a good, a website command. That's a good idea. Let me make a note of that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll need to do something like that. Cool. Feel free to check it out. Don't expect anyone to be playing, so you might have to play yourself in another window. And it's not much of a game yet. So, it'll become more of a game later, of course. What were we doing? We were trying to make sure that, we weren't dereferencing null. Because dereferencing null is bad. I think I got everywhere now. So I think my local server should work. Though I might need to, looks like it's working. Alright, so, nope, it's not. What do we do now? Player 1 is not defined at, simulation initialize. Oh, I see what's wrong. There's no, game character. Does the version I uploaded not work? Let me try to connect to it real quick. Oh, that's the wrong game. I was trying to connect to the dodgeball game I made. Okay. It looks like, you're playing, perhaps. Do you see me moving around? Yeah, we're playing. Hold on. Let me share this screen. Don't kill me yet. Let me try to share this screen. I don't think I have anything bad showing, so let me here we go. Okay. Here we are. All right. Yeah, let's try to play. So you can hit 2 on your keyboard to switch weapons. The basic weapon only shoots straight forward, but the slow weapons shoot in multiple different areas. So and it should feel a little bit laggy, but that's because I haven't put in like client-side prediction type stuff. So yeah, I need to regenerate my energy. Dash all your bullets. Alright. So yeah, the idea is you can kind of put these slow bullets out to force them into a certain way of moving, and then you can shoot fast bullets, right? That's at least the basic strategy right now. The green line is just showing where you're aiming. when you use the a weapon that has the mouse. Oh, I almost got you there. So yeah, it's kind of hard to actually hit people right now, because I don't know, the player maybe moves a little too fast, perhaps. So yeah, it is a bit hard to actually kill you. Oh, I got you a couple times. You still have I still need 3 more hits to kill you. But yeah, I think the energy, maybe the energy, I mean, it comes back pretty slow right now. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So I think there's some potential here, right? It's not super fun yet. Oh, you got me. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And there we go. So I won. It should say you lose on your screen. Hopefully it does. But yeah, thanks for trying it out with me. Let me hide this window. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I have a lot to tweak, obviously, but that's just kind of my first. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. So it's gonna be. I mean, I can't really blame you. It's just kind of a crappy text box or a text thing. I want to add an energy bar at some point, so it's much more obvious, you know, what it's for. But yeah, lots of work to do, of course. But hopefully it's a little bit fun at this point. Yeah, I mean, it regenerates though, so you shouldn't be that screwed. Okay, I was, oh, my server crashed, that's what I was doing. Player 1 is not defined in the game room. Game room. Line 95. Yes, it's because I didn't include this in front of it. That should fix it. So you should be able to click leave game on your screen and get back to, and then that should take you back to the quick match. And you can click quick match again, but if no one's playing, you'll just be waiting for a match. I'm currently just using my local server to test with. Okay, so the names seem like they're in pretty decent places. Perhaps I can move it a little bit to the left. On the left side. No, that's probably decent. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Okay, let me set the name to the actual value the name should be. So we've got the name text there. What we should probably do is when we get that first world update. We get this first world update, we should be able to just set the text. Let's see, we'll start game message. Oops, not that. Start game message dot world state dot p1, I think is what it's called. Yeah, if anyone in chat wants to play against him, go ahead and go to the website and click quick match. I think the other viewers are probably on phones, so they might not be able to play with you, unfortunately. I can play you one more time, I suppose. Let me let's see. I joined the game. Okay, here we are. I'm on the left side this time. So, yeah, let's get to it. Yes, Shiroi wants me to make some phone controls. Probably. But, I'll have to see. I haven't actually made phone controls before for a game, so, it'll be potentially pretty interesting. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty hard to hit you, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's just too hard to actually kill someone right now if they're dodging correctly. Yeah, I mean, my strategy, right, is to put out a bunch of slow balls and then try to shoot you based on where it is. But that uses up a lot of your energy, right? So like I just got full energy. So we'll throw out a bunch of slow balls and then try to shoot you with some fast balls, but it's just not quite working. I got you one more time, but I got you again. Yeah, I need to figure out. It looks like the bullet disappears a little too fast. So I'm not sure. Oh, you got me. It's a little hard to tell whether it hits you or whether it hits the wall, which is kind of annoying. An AI option would be nice. Yeah, I need to, it should actually be pretty easy to make some AI. The simplest AI, I can just record. I can record me going up and down and hitting shoot. And then just play that back. That's kind of the simplest AI, which isn't even really AI, it's just a recording. But, I could try something like that, and perhaps that would help. But, to actually make a real AI, you know, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing, like strategy-wise. But yeah, so, I don't know. I'll worry about that, once I add more, once I actually add more of a gameplay stuff. I think it makes sense to have an AI. Like right now, I don't think it's worth playing, just because there's not any reason to, it's not really a reason to play right now, because it's not fun yet. But yeah, thanks for testing that with me. I'll let you know when it actually gets fun. And then we can actually get more people playing, maybe. Alright, so I want to go ahead and get the names displayed. Yeah, I mean, that's my thought as well. It's currently, I think, kind of fun. But, and that's why I think this game has potential. But I need to tweak a lot of stuff to make it, like, actually fun. Yeah, I really should. Let me make a note. I should consider trying to make phone controls. I think that would be interesting. There's kind of two things that need to happen. One is shoot with touch is obviously one. The other one is like a one-screen D-pad type thing for movement, something like that. So that's the tricky part, which will of course require a lot of work. But it's possible someone's already built one for me. So look for other work. Yeah, like a D-pad joystick. That's what I mean, actually. Not a D-pad, but you get the idea. I did have an item. I do want to add like controller support as well at some point, but it's probably more likely people would want to play with a phone than a controller, perhaps. Anyways, I want to get those names on screen. But yeah, I bet someone's already built a like a touch joystick for Phaser. I probably just need to look for one. I think I could just say .name here. And the same thing for player 2. Alright, let's see if that's enough to make the names show up. Something... I think I've got... Well, let me close those windows. I think I've got like an extra player stuck in the server somehow, which is kind of weird. Let me restart my server. Okay. Quick match. Oh, you don't see it. There we go. So as you can see, I've got the names showing up now. And if I change my name to Arietta, it didn't type that right. Oh, I think something weird's going on there. Oh yeah, go ahead and go to sleep. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. What's going on right now? Oh, my server crashed. Because in my server, line 32 of my server, oh, perhaps it couldn't find the player. That would be pretty weird, though. Let's just go ahead and do that, just to make sure nothing weird's going on. Okay, should it work? Why can't I type an I? What? What's going on here? Something weird's going on. Let me refresh. Let me just refresh. So... I typed that correctly. Yeah, alright. Okay, I think that was probably just some weirdness left over from not refreshing my page. So now, as you can see, I've got the name showing, and it does show correctly on both screens. So that's good. Alright, so we got player name set. Took a little bit longer than I was hoping, but I think I added some stuff that should be helpful for later. Let's see, how are we doing on time here? Been at it for about almost 3 hours. Maybe we'll go ahead and make a private match room. Do I need to make that yet? I don't know. I don't have enough viewers to really need private match. It would be pretty easy though. Because I could just basically in server, when we create a game room, oh yeah, well basically when you join a game, that's what it was. When you join a game, we can pass in a message, and we can just look up the game room based on the message. It's like really easy. So I could just go ahead and do it. But maybe we'll save that for later. Made a start screen. And we go back to it after the game. Yeah, we finished the main menu, I would say. And we finished the game over. So that's all good. Finished a lot of stuff here with our menu. So pretty happy about it. Got some names showing up. Yeah, I think it's coming along. I definitely think it's coming along. So, I wonder if we want to do... Let's see, I should have energy bars or something in my to-do list, I thought. I guess not. I suppose that's kind of falls under graphics. Energy bar, health bar. I'm considering doing that the next stream maybe to make the game look a little bit better. It looks pretty bad right now. Just graphically, right? It's pretty bad. I'm not sure how I want to represent it really. I could just have like a green health bar and a blue health bar for energy. That might be good. Should be really easy to do. I mean, I could probably knock that out in 20 minutes or so. Maybe we'll do that next time and then work on something else. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and commit my changes, and yeah, visual's much more appealing. Definitely agree. So I think we'll do that next time, perhaps. I don't know if I need to make any notes up here. Probably not. Let me go ahead and commit my changes, and we should be good to go for this stream. Type in a cool commit message, add player names. Alright, and I'll go ahead and update this on the server, and then people can play with names. Not that there's anyone really playing, but it'll be there. Alright, I kicked off the deploy, so that's done. So I guess that's about it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was pretty fun. We got some front end to our game. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Like I said, I think I'm streaming some X-Wing tomorrow. I might as well check. Well, before I sign off, let me just check and see if this guy's match. He's got a match set up for us. Yeah, so we're scheduled for 7:30 tomorrow. I'll post about it on Twitter. But yeah, I need to post a new schedule. I think I'm gonna play Death's Door Tuesday, Thursday. Try to see if I can maybe finish that up in 2 sessions. I don't know. It's a pretty short game. And then yeah, X-Wing on Sunday and War Game Dev Saturday. Should be good. Another fun week. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and sign out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.